I've started recording.
Oh, good God,
I've
man.
started recording the video. So we started that. Now I'm going to start recording this.
Are you sure?
I am certain. And I'm going to mute us now. Howdy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, folks. Welcome to the Retro Show. Folks, the Retro Show is a celebration, an homage to all things of growing up in the 70s and 80s. As Chris and I did, there is some argument as to whether or not we actually fully grew up.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. So here's what we're going to do right now. Chris, can I get you to back your camera up just a little bit?
Need the wide angle?
No, it's just we're just not even on that. Okay. That'll work. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's just, it's the first. Guys, if you could see the rat's nest of wires.
Oh, good Lord.
That's down here.
Hey, props to Butch. He does all this stuff, and I guess he really likes it because, I'm lost on how to set this up.
Well, the jury's still out as to whether or not everything's recording okay and is going to continue to stream okay, because I'm going to be honest with you, the laptop we're running off of is about 12 years old. It's old. It's an old laptop. Now, for its time, it's spec'd out really good, but, it is what we have at the moment. So hopefully we can pull it off with this equipment. Folks, the Retro Show topic of the day, still in a Christmas mode here. We are going to be talking about the classic Christmas movie, A Christmas Vacation. Or Christmas Vacation, I guess would be.
And it is a classic.
It is a classic. And so when we actually get around to talking about it, that's what we're going to talk about. First of all, how's your week going?
Mine, since it's only Tuesday, but it just seems like I've put in a full week already. Yeah. I hate Mondays.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I really do. Do you not? You like Mondays?
Dude, I like my job.
That's not what I asked you.
No, I don't mind Mondays.
Really?
I don't mind Mondays. You know what I don't like? I don't like
people that say they don't like Mondays.
No, it's like, you know what I don't like, and I've done this before. Have you ever woken up on like a Thursday and went, all right, man, it's Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's not, it's Thursday.
Yeah,
then
it's just like a kick to the crotch.
Yeah, and it's like, this ain't fun. No, I'm not having a great time.
Well, where I work, man, and what I do, we run 24/7, 365, and people tear stuff up over the weekend. So I come in on Mondays and there's equipment to be fixed.
Oh, so you have to deal with the aftermath of others.
Yes, pretty much
well,
on
now,
Mondays.
see, I could understand that.
And it always seems to go wrong on Friday.
Yeah.
It goes wrong on Friday and you can't get out of there. And then you come back Monday and everything is just totally jacked up. You spend 2 days trying to get everything up so the kids aren't missing equipment that they need to have, so.
Here's the thing that I really don't like. And if any of my coworkers that do this are watching, now you know. I get off at 4:30. At 4:15, don't be messaging me for something you want done.
Right.
That'll wait till tomorrow morning because it's not going to get done today. And especially if it's something involved and,
most of the time when they come to me when I'm fixing to leave, it's an emergency.
Yeah.
They know. It's got to be fixed before I leave or, at least taken care of and what do you call it? Delegated to somebody else.
Appropriately. So have you got all your Christmas shopping finished yet?
I don't know. I have to ask Cindy.
Good answer.
Right?
Good answer. I just about did. See, used to, back in the day, I would try to guess what Debbie would want. Well, now we've got it down. She sends me like a text with pictures
Yeah.
of everything, of like, here's your possible choices.
Surprise me
Out of these choices. And that puts a lot of pressure off of me. And so this year I built an Amazon shop, because she always asks me what I am terrible to shop for. I'll be the first to admit that. I am hard to shop for, because if I want it,
you could use a new laptop. I'm just saying. Anyway, go ahead.
I could use a new laptop. That's true.
Debbie, if you're listening.
Can I finance a new? No. The answer is probably no.
No.
But anywho, that's what we do now. And I'll just pick one out of the list. And what I do is I have sent her an Amazon shopping list now, because I want stuff like computer memory.
Yeah.
Things like that she would normally not know what to get. But if I put exactly what it is in the Amazon,
do you send her
wish
little
list,
pictures too?
I don't have to. I send her the link to the wish list.
So how long have y'all been married?
37 and
37.
some odd years.
I knew it was you were.
Yeah.
I'm 30. We're 30 years.
Yeah.
But been together 36.
Oh, you guys have been around
36 years together. So yeah, we kind of got it down. I mean, actually, Cindy came in after Black Friday and said, "Don't buy me anything for Christmas. I bought my Christmas." Okay. Perfect.
I bought a couple of things that I told Debbie just to wrap the boxes and put them under the tree, and I'll open it and go, "Ooh, thank you," because I've already put them to use,
right?
And part of them are on the show. So anyhow, yeah, that's how that works. But folks, one thing you can do here at the Retro Show is you can log on to retroshow.net. Retroshow.net will get you all the information you need as to where to listen to us and now how to watch us. And also things like, the Retro Show radio station that we have running, and also the store. And so the store is also where you can go to find your Retro Show swag. We have coffee cups, we have T-shirts, we have hoodies, we have which, by the way, I found the hoodie that you want on there. I'm going to build it and send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
they have Team Chris shirts. Just saying.
Yeah, they have Team Chris shirts.
Debbie's got several. She bought 2 or 3.
That's right. I might even get a Team Chris shirt. So yeah. So folks, if you're hearing something in there, that would be Bentley, the pod show. The podcast general manager.
Somebody hadn't paid their bill.
Yep. But folks, listen, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're talking Christmas Vacation here on the Retro Show. Hey guys, we're back on the Retro Show. The topic today,
it's
Chris,
like magic.
It is like magic. It's just, we're gone, then we play something, and then we're back again.
Right?
Yeah, it's like we took an entire 3 minutes off.
But we didn't.
Actually, what I do is the people on camera saw me. I count to 3, and we actually start the things going.
Actually, if there weren't cameras here, I would do something funny to make him laugh.
Yes, he would.
Inappropriate for camera.
Yes. I'm sorry, man. I ruined that, didn't I? I ruined that for you.
It's all right.
That's okay. We'll find some other way to.
God's watching. I probably don't need to be doing this stuff anyway.
Oh my! So Christmas Vacation. Chris,
I cannot believe that came out in 1989. I thought that it was more, sooner than that.
Sooner?
Like
in the 90s?
No, like in the mid 80s.
Like in the mid 80s. No, 89. And so when's the first time you saw Christmas Vacation?
I saw it at the theater.
I did too.
When it came out.
I did too. And here's my funny story on that. So Debbie and her cousin and the guy that she's married to at the time, we all go to the movie. Well, they're wanting to go see Steel Magnolias.
Not happening.
We are not wanting to go see Steel Magnolias. So we decided we're going to go see Christmas Vacation. And so he and I go into that. And so the movie's let out at about the same time. And we come out of the theater. We all have tears in our eyes, but for much different reasons. We have been laughing through the entire movie. I have to say, I don't know if on first viewing of even the first Vacation, if I laughed as hard as I did in this movie.
No, this movie is pretty. To me, it rivals the first one. And the first one was hilarious.
Oh, the first one is hilarious. But I'm talking
one.
about just laugh out loud moments in this movie.
Yes.
So the plot of Christmas Vacation is Clark W. Griswold Jr., okay, resident of Chicago. And he has and it starts out, I love the way it starts out. They're going out to get their family Christmas tree.
Right.
And if you notice the vehicle that they're driving, it is just an updated version
of the family truckster.
Right down to the pea green, paint job and the wood panel trim. But it's more of a late 80s kind of vintage car. And that opening scene is just hilarious. I mean, the first few minutes of that movie, just when they're trying to get to the tree farm.
Man, Chevy Chase tore the 80s up.
He did.
And this late 70s and early 80s. And I would tell people all the time he was my favorite comedian in the 80s. I just loved him.
Any movie he did then.
Yeah. It was
funny.
Was gold.
Yeah.
I mean, it was comedy gold.
From Caddyshack on. So you're right. He did own the 80s because Caddyshack came out in 80. Yeah.
Did it? 1980?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, when did like Seem Like the Old Times and all that come out? Never mind. Just don't worry about it. I'm looking it up. Vacation came out in 82.
82
or
83.
83. Hang on, I just looked at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was 83 because I said it was 6 years between that and Christmas Vacation.
But Christmas Vacation, when they're out there, and I mean, the jokes are going right away when he's got the rednecks in the truck that he's trying to, race and do all this, and he ends up going under the truck. Just that entire scene is just comedy gold, and when they get, almost kills his family, ramps over, lands into the middle of the tree farm, and his thing is, we made good time. It's great. It's just typical Chevy Chase type of humor on this. Right. And then, they go out, he finds the perfect Christmas tree and forgets the axe. And so the next scene cutting from that is this. Somehow they dug out this tree.
It's got the root system on it.
Got the root system on it. And now I watch this going, how did they get that on the car?
Yeah. Looking this up, Seems Like Old Times came out in 80 also.
Yeah.
So he did Caddyshack and Seems Like Old Times. I'm sorry, guys. It's a rabbit hole, guys. It's what we do. But I was looking that up because the timeline, it just wasn't fitting for me. But now it is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And so he gets the Christmas tree back, and when he goes out to cut it up, we're introduced to the next door neighbors.
That's
Todd. Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Nicholas Guest played the Todd and Margot. And, you can tell right away they just don't like each other.
Right.
Of course, what's the answer to where you think you're going to put a tree that big?
Bend over and I'll show you.
Bend over and I'll show you. I wasn't talking to you. It's just typical hilarious vacation type humor, and this movie nails it. And so, shortly after the parents show up, and the parents don't really get along. Clark, and through all the whole movie, I think the whole thing is Clark manages to keep a positive attitude during
almost.
There's one scene where he just loses it towards the end, but he pretty much does. But to me, the first part of this movie after they get back and get the tree up is him trying to get the lights all over his house.
Yes.
And so that's where you kind of meet Rusty in this movie, and which, by the way, in the typical vacation fashion, different kids in every movie.
Yep.
Different actors playing them. And so Russ in this movie is played by Johnny Galecki, who went on to be on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, you know what? I've never watched an episode of that, and a lot of people love it, and I've just never watched it.
Yeah,
so.
he has, but he was like one of the main leads in that. But he started kind of his first big break was this movie as a kid. He's playing Rusty, and of course he has to help his dad put the lights up. Hands him this big giant ball of
from the year before,
and from the year before. Here's a little tangle. Here, you take care of that. And so what did I do this year with my boys when we're pulling out? I pull out a big wad and I go, here, you guys go untangle this. I totally Clark Griswold my boys.
Yeah, I'll have to have a talk with them about that.
Yeah.
How to get away from that.
Yeah. Well, I happened to catch them. But anyway, he finally gets everything hooked up. There's a deal with the switch it's on, and it finally lights up, and you see him having to turn on the auxiliary power at the nuclear power plant to, typical hilarious vacation.
Yeah, but
stuff.
when he first put those up and he had everybody outside plug them in, he plugged them in and they didn't work.
Nothing happened, and then he loses it. He kicks Santa, kicks Rudolph, and does all of that. And so, it's but then shortly after the lights come on, when he's going through with everybody, who shows up? It's Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, man.
And his family. And to me, this movie would not be this movie without Randy Quaid's Cousin Eddie in here.
No. He made every movie, didn't he? Except European Vacation?
Yeah.
Did he make European?
No, he was not in that one.
Yeah, he wasn't in that one, but he made every other movie.
Every other movie. And he made the movie, and he made the movie.
Yes.
Because if you didn't have Cousin Eddie in there to, do things to and for Clark, actually.
I would say most of the repeated lines from any of the vacation movies with Eddie in it come from
Cousin Eddie moments. And to go on is, in fact, one of my favorite ones, not from this movie, but from Vegas Vacation.
Yeah.
Is when you have Cousin Eddie and Clark's got the gambling bug, and he's trying to go and win, and he's sitting there, and they're eating at this nasty buffet at this little, casino somewhere. And he says, Eddie, did anybody ever tell you that you're bad luck? And one of my favorite lines is what Eddie comes back and goes, those were my mama's dying words. But when your leg's caught in a bear trap and you're on fire, you say crazy things. That killed me. Right. Vegas Vacation to me is a spotty movie. It's not even throughout. It's not nearly this movie, but, just the Cousin Eddie lines in all of this movie. But Eddie shows up. And my favorite scene in that one is when they're in the living room together. Okay, and he's got on the sweater, and he's got the dickie you can see underneath on there, and their interactions together, which you wonder how much of that is scripted and how much is just, ad-lib.
Yeah, Randy Quaid was a genius when it came to the Cousin Eddie role.
And then, really of course, they had their kids, Rocky and Ruby Sue.
Yeah.
And the Rottweiler Snots, who plays a part in the movie later on. And they'd show up in this nasty RV. That there is an RV. And don't you go,
They go sledding. And
the sledding scene.
Yes.
Yes, is quite good. When he sprays the stuff and takes off through there. But Eddie's line at the sledding hill, is like, that metal plate that runs underneath my head? They had to replace that with a plastic one because every time Catherine would rev up the microwave, I'd piss my pants and forget who I was for half an hour. I'm telling you, when I saw that in the movie theaters, when I saw that for the first time in the movie theaters, I didn't hear the next few lines because I'm laughing so hard.
Yep.
So, that was absolutely one of my favorite scenes there. But anyway, the other plot is Clark's trying to put a pool in for his family.
Right. That's going to be his big Christmas gift with his bonus.
His bonus. And apparently he's always gotten a bonus every year, and he figures, well, my bonus will cover this pool. And, and so he's expecting his bonus. And so the whole thing is he's waiting for his bonus, and all these little scenes at work, he's waiting for the bonus. And so in the midst of waiting for his bonus, he's trying to put together this perfect Christmas for everybody.
Right.
And this is about the time when, after everybody shows up and gets there, that he goes up in the attic and gets locked in up there. Or that might have been before that was before the Christmas lights on that one. But that's another hilarious scene.
Everybody left. They were going. Where were they going?
They were going shopping. And
so he ends up reminiscing in the
attic with and so but anyway, everybody gets there, and we have the entire family show up. We have his mom, which is played by Diane Ladd, and you have John Randolph, who the actor that played his dad, Clark Griswold Sr. E.G. Marshall played Ellen Griswold, his wife's dad, and Doris Roberts, who went on to Everybody Loves Raymond, played her mom in there. So all of these actors that came in to round this out is just casted perfectly here. And of course, who can forget Uncle Lewis?
Yeah,
and Aunt Bethany. Aunt Bethany, by the way, interesting thing, was played by Mae Quetzal. And in the 30s, she played Betty Boop. And you knew her, and most of us who watched cartoons all the time, as the voice of Olive Oyl on all the Popeye cartoons.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
It
so
really
she was
is.
that. And then, of course, she shows up. She's losing her memory a little bit. She's wrapped her cat. I mean, all of these scenes.
She's wrapped her cat.
She's wrapped her cat up and a Jello mold on there.
my
But that
gosh.
is funny. The scene at the dinner table. You serious, Clark? This. All of those.
I love it. He's waiting on that turkey, and he cuts into it. The turkey just disintegrates.
Just opens up to this like jerky in there. But no, I mean, the love I have for this movie, and I have to say, this makes my top 3 list.
Absolutely.
Top 3 Christmas movies of all time.
Absolutely.
So,
on that list, I'd say my top 3: Miracle on 34th Street.
Absolutely.
Good Lord. A Miracle on 34th Street.
yeah.
Christmas Vacation, and A Christmas Story. That's
Yes.
my top 3.
Mine is probably It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas Vacation, and A Christmas Story.
I really like a Wonderful Life, but to me, it doesn't have the same entertainment value that the 3 I just mentioned did. Miracle on 34th Street's a magical movie.
It really is.
I mean, it's just a magical.
And we're talking the one from
the
like,
black and white one.
Yeah, not the
Not
any
the
of
new one.
remakes.
No, the original black and white. If you younger folks, if you've never seen that, that's a
classic.
fantastic movie.
Yeah.
If you've never seen this movie, you can watch this in July and roll.
Here's the thing about Christmas Vacation. I pick up something new
Oh yeah, every time you watch it.
every time I watch
Yeah.
it. And one thing that I didn't catch until probably, I'm going to say 20 years after I first started watching it, when they're in Walmart together, he takes Eddie with him to go Christmas shopping because he's going to help Eddie pay for Christmas for his kids. There's a scene, because he's got this giant Rottweiler that Eddie's brought with him. And he's throwing these bags of dog food in. So he throws a big bag of dog food in, and Clark grabs light bulbs and puts on top. And he grabs another one, and you can hear the glass break. If you watch that part, I didn't notice that for 20 years. And I saw that, and it made me laugh like it's the first time I'd ever seen that scene. I'm telling you, absolutely hilarious stuff.
Yeah, they did really good. I enjoyed all of the vacation movies, even European Vacation. I liked it.
Yeah, there were parts of that.
That's
that
one
were
of my
hilarious.
favorite lines from that one is Big Ben kids are stuck on the roundabout.
Yeah, it's Big Ben again. He can't get out of the roundabout. Guys, we're going to go to the Facebook here because we are doing this live on Facebook here. James McLean.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, Smiley.
Yeah, Smiley wants me to tell you, Chris, that Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie
Yeah.
of all
Well,
time.
opinions
It's not
vary.
Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the Nakatomi Tower.
Yippee-ki-yay! Never mind.
My friend.
Oh man!
But yeah, one of the big debates out there is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It came out at Christmas.
It
I mean,
came out
it could be considered. And he's
it was
going
set
to
at Christmas.
He's
He's
set
going
at
to a Christmas party.
Yep.
He wears a
He's-
Santa hat.
He's going to his wife's Christmas party
That's true.
because they're divorced. Correct? Isn't that right?
They
Are getting in the-
they are getting ready to be
In the
Yes.
midst of it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can consider it a Christmas movie, I guess, but it ain't in my top 3.
No, it's not even close to my top 3 Christmas movies. But but Christmas Vacation to me, the rant when he finally figures out he does not get a bonus. No, he gets a subscription to the Jelly
of the Month.
To which Eddie, always trying to put a positive spin on things. Clark is the gift that keeps on giving the whole year round. Almost made you spit out your nose.
You did. You did.
But that to me is just one of the. I mean, it's just a great line in that movie, and I don't know what else I can say about this movie except I love it. I've already watched it 2 or 3 times this season. I'll probably watch it 2 or 3 more.
I'll catch it at some point
because
for sure.
Just
it is definitely a
gold.
classic. It is comedy gold. Chevy, I've heard he was really terrible to work with.
I've heard that too.
And that's a shame, because I think him being that way might have ruined his career. Maybe
he was on that show, the television series Community. And I know that a lot of those folks said, yeah, he was kind of a pill. He's kind of hard to. But, Beverly D'Angelo loves the guy, who played his wife.
Well,
so,
I like Beverly D'Angelo. I get it.
Shocking. But yeah, this movie just hits all the notes with me. It's not Christmas season unless I watch it.
At least once.
At least once. So you got to do that.
Absolutely.
That
Smiley, we need to get together, brother. I ain't seen
Smiley's
you in a long time.
Yeah, well,
I would love to see you.
Yeah, he is a fervent poster on our Facebook.
Man, you're using these big words.
Fervent, I know.
Fervent.
I know. That's because I have a thesaurus, Chris.
Well, I bought a thesaurus.
I have a thesaurus.
Got it home and all the pages were blank. I didn't have the words to describe how mad I was. There's your dad joke for the day.
There you go. Folks, listen, we certainly appreciate everyone that listens to this podcast. It is something that we do as a labor of love. We would do it, but the fact that you folks tune in every week, either whether you listen to us or now in the future, whether you watch us, it means a lot to both of us. We enjoy doing this. This is stuff we talk about anyway.
Yep.
So,
this is stuff we've been doing for 40 years.
40
at least. Well, more than that.
More than that. That was like 40 years. Yeah, 40 years and then a little bit more than that.
Some.
But folks, listen, we are so glad that you tuned in this week. It is our pleasure to do this podcast for you guys, and we certainly appreciate you listening. RetroShow.net.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.